William, ice cream definitely a good treat on a day like this where we have the temperature at 90 and it feels even hotter than that. Temperatures, in fact, a couple spots in the upper 80s, but you'll see on this next map that really doesn't matter all that much. When we have such high humidity coupled with this heat, it feels like, as you can see, the 104 to 105 kind of range. So even the spots that are in the upper 80s, which doesn't normally sound that hot, you factor in this almost tropical humidity, and we've got heat index values getting to hazardous levels. So really pace yourself because we've got this heat for at least another 24 hours. We really don't get much relief overnight and into early tomorrow. That's why heat advisories and excessive heat warnings are in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. It's going to take until tomorrow night before we actually get some relief from the heat. And basically the big difference between these two, there is a higher chance we see the heat index up to 110 or hotter in the warnings area, where it generally stays just a little below that mark in the advisory areas. Either way, it's 100 plus with the heat index. You don't want to be necessarily running around in that heat without a lot of water, some shade, some cool spots to get into because of heat-related illnesses that could set in. Later tonight, a stuffy night ahead, only the mid-70s coming for overnight lows. We'll have a partly cloudy sky and the possibility of some storms late. A 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather going into early tomorrow. That is for wind, hail, and flash flooding. We've got so much moisture in the air, it's really easy to create heavy rainfall. We're going to keep an eye on the storms just to the north of Minneapolis. So this is our source region for potential storms tonight. We'll have to see just how they track through our area as to what we may end up getting. You look at future track, you can see those storms come roaring across Wisconsin overnight. 2 in the morning, likely to arrive for us. Hopefully on a weakening trend. We'll have to see just how they're holding together as they arrive. But again, wind, hail, and heavy rain threats possible through about 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when we do finally get a quick break from the storms. But like we saw yesterday, morning round of storms sets us up for potentially an evening round of storms. If they clear out early enough, we could be seeing another round of severe weather in the evening, or if they linger too long and keep some clouds in the way, we might end up being cooler and less stormy. So we'll have to see how those morning storms operate, but a 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather for tomorrow evening. All severe weather threats in play if we're able to clear out nice and early and those next rounds of storms come in late. You can see on future track, really quiet evening, and then late overnight to future track, actually showing things fizzling out. So that is an updated model run for us. So that is that possibility that storms might not materialize tomorrow evening, depending on, again, how those morning storms operate. So a bit of a domino effect here. We'll have to see just how that all plays out. By the time we get to the weekend, a lot quieter and cooler with temperatures down into the low 80s. And we'll stay right about there until about next Thursday. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, we do see the weather not staying too hot for too long, right back down into those low 80s. So some heat relief coming by this weekend. We still got another 24 hours to go, Derek.
All right, that relief will be much appreciated. Thank you, Alex.